Hi everyone, hello. It's been a month, and so that means we have a new tier list. We're doing all. Whoa, didn't mean to click that. We're doing all of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe tracks from Mario Kart Stadium all the way to. Oh, that's weird. Oh no, they have Wii Rainbow Red. Okay, they have it all. They have every last DLC track from the booster course pass in here. But we're gonna go in order. We're gonna start Mushroom Cup and end at the Spiny Shell Cup. Alright, let's get started. Mario Kart Stadium. I really like this track. I like this track. Very good. Very good first track. Probably my favorite circuit track to ever exist. I love it. It's good. Water Park. That's probably gonna be D tier. It's not one of my favorites. No, we'll move it up to C. I love the big loop right here. That's really all it has to it. Sweet Sweet Canyon. This is B. It envelops how I feel about Mario Kart 8 in general. It's a very good game, but yeah, I don't have much more else to say about it. Swamp Runes. This is S tier. It is essentially the Toad Factory of this game for me. You know, into the Mushroom Cup. Very good final track. I love Swamp Runes. It's a nice track. Mario Circuit is C tier. It's very generic. It's pretty average. Not the biggest fan of it. Actually, it might even be D tier, because there's nothing too tricky about this track. Like Mario Kart Stadium, you can still fall off the track. You can't really do this here without going all the way out of bounds. Like, you can still do that with Stadium, but Circuit you can't. Toad Harbor. That is a B tier track. I love Toad Harbor. It's a very good track. I think the Mushroom Cup is very good. I think over the 4 base cups, I think Fire is the weakest. And that's because I really don't like Twisted Mansion. It's a D tier, and that's all I get for that. Shy Guy Falls, that's an A tier track. Like, yeah, this is what I mean. It's the weakest one. The lowest you're gonna see something. Yeah. No, there's one from the next cup we get into, but no. Fireflower Cup, I love Shy Guy Falls, racing up the waterfall is really great. I wish there were more ways the waterfalls played into the track, but still, it's very good nonetheless. Alright, and we're already on to that track. Dolphin Shoals is the worst track in the Star Cup. It's still very good, though. Want to make that very clear. We're missing a track here. We're missing a track, aren't we? What is it missing? Because that's only 3. What track is... Oh, I already put in... Where's Sunshine Airport? There you are. Okay, we'll put you up there. Yeah, Dolphin Shoals is a very solid track. It's just not one of my favorites. I love the way the music progresses. That's really its main saving grace is the music. Now, Sunshine Airport, that is gonna go up into S2. We're just gonna real quick move Electrodrum into there too, and we'll go over these two. Actually, we're gonna move Mount Wario into the year. I love most of the Star Cup. It's the best cup in the base game that is for the Nitro tracks. Sunshine Airport, fantastic theming. I love the music. I love how many airplanes you go through. I love the runway sections. That's very nice. I think the only weird portion is the little metal bit in the sky. I kind of wish that they had you just glide up and then glide down instead of having to drive on something. But, you know, they need an anti-grav section. Electrodrome, one of my favorite things. You guys already know that. The song is in most of my videos. Matter of fact, it's probably the one playing right now. As for the track itself, I love the split paths, and I love how the different paths you take influences some of the instruments you hear. And then Mount Wario's one of the best sectional tracks they've ever made. Cloud Top Cruise, just here. Yes, it's mostly because of Gusty Garden Galaxy, but I do love the track overall. The transition into the Thundercloud with the rock music really captures the vibe of going from the rest of the track into there. And man, that shortcut at the very end is so satisfying to pull off, even if you mess it up. It's still a very fun shortcut to try and take. Bone Dry Dunes is probably the worst Nitro track in the game, if I'm being honest. I don't really like it. It's very bland. The evening setting isn't for me. Desert tracks are not my favorite when it comes to Mario Kart. Bowser Castle from this game is, you know what? This is my favorites tier, so there you go. Bowser Castle is just going to go here. I love the music from this track. Plus, it's one of my favorite Bowser Castles. I love it. That really captures the vibe of it. I love that Bowser's leaned more into the rock and roll aesthetic when it comes to Nintendo developing tracks for him. Rainbow Road. This is probably going to be... This is B. It's not a terrible Rainbow Road. It might be A. Yeah, it's not a terrible Rainbow Road. It's just not one of the better ones. It definitely could be better. It also could be worse. I still think that the spaceship theme was unique, and a lot of people need to understand that's what makes it special. But the part where you're not on the Rainbow Road is pretty annoying. On to Nitros already, right? No, Retros. Wee Moo Moo Meadows. I love Moo Moo Meadows. That's just a solid B tier track. I love the little gliding section that they added in, the optional one. GBA Mario Circuit. I don't really feel too fondly about it. It's not a bad track by any means, just not one of my favorites. Next we have Cheap Cheap Beach. Gonna be honest, same thing, Mario Circuit. I don't feel too strongly. Still a very fun track. Toad's Turnpike, pretty rough for me. The cars are going a little too slow, in my opinion. No, it's not that they're going too slow. It's that it's not cramped enough to make them as big of a problem as they could be. Desert Track. Donut Plains can go down here. Donut Plains 3 is not one of my favorites, mainly because I don't like, but this is one of the ones that I really just don't like playing on. It's this little double switchback section that is very annoying, and I hate it so much. Royal Raceway is actually going to be up here. I love Royal Raceway. I don't really have a good explanation for it. As a matter of fact, I'm actually pretty sure it's one of my favorite tracks in the game. I love this track so much, man. It's so good. I'm actually going to move Sunshine Airport up into there. Yeah. I love Royal Raceway so much. I think it's just the vibe of the track that I like. It feels like an F1 track. DK Jungle, that's gonna come up here into S tier. Yeah, S tier. This was one of the 3 maps that took me the longest to get the time trial done with, so that gets to be up here. DS Wario Stadium is B. I don't have any problems with it. It's a pretty good track overall. Sherbet Land, C tier. I don't really have much to say about Sherbet Land. Music Park, that's an A tier track, because it did the same. It's okay if you've never noticed. For some reason, if you've never noticed, Electrodrome and Music Park have the same track, except Electrodrome is more synth and techno than Music Park. I like Music Park, but Electrodrome just has the genre of music I like better. That's the main reason. Yoshi Valley is pretty bad because its gimmick is useless if you do the time trials, because you know the fastest pass is left over the bridge, and then you're good. You go left and you go over the bridge. That is the fastest path in that map. TikTok Clock, pretty underrated track. I'd go as far as to say it's S tier, but I know it's really just A tier in my eyes. Yeah, I like TikTok Clock. Very cool. I love pulling off this little shortcut you can do going across the center clock hands. It's very fun. I like it. Run a Plant Slide. One of my favorite 200cc tracks. For the opposite reason of why I hate Donut Plains, I love Run a Plant Slide. The switchback at the very start and then the one towards the end are very good. That double drift section where you have to do your brake drifting so good or you fall off is really nice, because you're punished and you get reset. Donut Plains, you just go into the dirt and then you just keep going. You don't go on the track, and it's way more slippery. I love Prime Plant Slide. Grumble Volcano, Wii Bias, that goes into A tier. N64 Rainbow Road, one of the only Rainbow Roads in the game for the longest time. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for it. It's B, and the main reason I put it in B tier is because, hold on, no, I've always thought it's better than that one. Here, let me switch you two around. There you go. I always have felt that one's better than this one. It's really good. There's just not enough obstacles on the track. It's just long, and that's it. It's very fun on 200cc though, because it goes from a very long track to one of the other tracks on a normal CC. Yoshi Circuit, very cute. It's in the shape of a Yoshi. I'm sure you already knew that. Excite Bike Arena. I love this track. It's one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites. I'm never opposed to playing it. Like if I'm playing with friends and one of them's like, hey, let's do Excite Bike. I'll be like, okay. I don't have a problem with it. I'm never like,
You want to play Excite Bike?
Dragon Driftway. That's B tier. Nah, it's C tier. We got a lot of way better tracks with the Eastern Asia theming. But I will say, I did love the Gobble Cut is the entire track. Mute City is B tier, and that's because Big Blue is better. And you can argue with the wall if you disagree. Wario's Gold Mine. Unlike Wii, this track is pretty good. SNES Rainbow Road was my least favorite of the Rainbow Roads in the game when I first got it. Again, don't have a good reason to explain why I'm putting it in C tier, because that's the mid tier. Okay, C tier is mid, which means it's not bad. It's just average. Okay, this is average. This is like a 6 out of 6 to. This is like a 6 to 7. This is like a 5 to 4. Okay. So it's a little below average. And it's because these two just have a better vibe. I don't think this track translates over into 3D as well as people expect. The reason it's so remembered is because it's so hard on SNES. Ice Ice Outpost. This track is really underrated. It's going in A tier. Argue with the wall. Rule Circuit. Oh man, that's one of my favorites. Especially after playing... Every time I play this, I immediately am like, man, I should go do some more shrines and tiers. Because I still haven't finished all of the shrines. I've done the main game, but yeah, no, Hyrule Circuit, that's a great track. It always makes me want to play Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. Matter of fact, the last time I did all of the Mario Kart tracks and I did Hyrule Circuit, I was like, you know what, we're playing through Breath of the Wild and Tears. And so I did. Baby Park is not as good as you think, but it's definitely better. I don't like it because it's not that complicated. The hard part comes from the items. And if you're doing 200cc against computers, it's not that hard. It's only fun with friends. I'll say this again. It's a fun track with friends, but it's not a fun track on your own. Like, you have to be playing against other people for Baby Park to be fun. Cheeseland is pretty rough. I like the music, though. Music's great. Wild Woods. I forgot you were a track. It probably means you deserve F tier. Animal Crossing. That's A tier. This track's so cozy. I love it. I love it so much. Neo Bowser City. Oh man, that's S tier. I love Neo Bowser City so much, man. That track is one of the best challenges in this game on 200cc. I love this track so much on 200. Ribbon Road. It's okay. Yeah. I'm not opposed to playing it, but definitely on the lower side of below average. Super Bell Subway. That is an underrated track, but it's pretty average. I do like it. As a train connoisseur, this is a good train. Big Blue, you get to go into S tier. I don't need to explain that one. Okay, we're on to tour now. Let's see here. I kind of want to do all of the city tracks first, so that way I don't mess up my feelings on them. So I'm gonna organize this real quick. Okay, all right. All of the tracks have been organized. Let's see. Paris Promenade. I don't mind it. It's below average. Tokyo Blur. Your music is bad. New York Minute. You are a city track. Sydney Sprint. You are one of the best city tracks. London Loop. I love your music. It could be better. Berlin Byways. City track. Amsterdam Drift. I have personal bias. This was my first track I played with Tour. It's one of the reasons I made a video on it. Bangkok Rush. A couple of the laps are worse than the others. Singapore Speedway. It deserves S tier. It's very good. I love it. Vancouver Velocity. You are underwhelming. You could have been so much better. So much better. Athens Dash. You get to go in S tier. Los Angeles Laps. I don't like you. Personal reasons. I don't like LA. Roma Avanti. It's so close to being Athens Dash, but it's not as good as Athens Dash. Alright, there you go. There's all the city tracks. You got three S tiers. Ooh, which one's my favorite one? What's my favorite city track? It's got to be one of these three. Probably Athens Dash. Alright, there you go. One is my favorite. 3 are S tier. 3 are A tier. 2 are B tier. 2 are C tier. 2 are D tier. Actually, this one's F tier. I really don't like this track. Now we are on to it. All right, so this is Toad Circuit. It's not what the funny crab man says. It's not Toad Circuit. No, it's Toad Circuit. And he's absolutely right. It is a below average track. It's not as bad as people make it out to be. If I have to play any of the circuit tracks in Mario Kart 8, it's going to be one of these. I'm more inclined to play Toad Circuit over a bunch of the other ones. I love Toad Circuit. Toad Circuit's very fun. Choco Mountain. I'm going to go in D tier. I'm going to like Choco Mountain. We Bias. You get to go, and it's going to shock a lot of people. This goes in A tier because there are way better tracks than Coconut Mall. Coconut Mall is really only as popular as it is because of the "you just got coconut mauled" meme, right? It's not as good as people remember. It's in the Fire Flower Cup for a reason, right? There are some good tracks in the Fire Flower Cup, right? Case in point, these two. There you go. This just isn't as good as people remember it. It's a lot better than people think. It's definitely better than Wario's Gold Mine, but it's not as good as people remember it. Especially this version, with how the cars operate differently. Broom Ridge. This is an average track. Sky Garden. I like Sky Garden a lot more than people do. I didn't play the GBA version. Okay. I played Mario Kart DS, and that was my first exposure to the track. Your children were not murdered because they changed the color of the tiles and made the layout a little more interesting. I'm going to say that again. You can think I'm wrong. Just because they made it look a little different does not mean it's worse. Matter of fact, I think this version's better. I think this version is better. Okay? Alright. We can agree to disagree. I think the Booster Course Pass Sky Garden is the better version. Okay? This is one of my favorite tracks in the game. I love Ninja Hideaway so much. Again, the music is in my videos. I should probably move Electro Drum up because of that. Yeah, here you go. Electro Drum, get in there. Get in there. I use these two's music in my videos so much. This one especially a lot this season of Fortnite. This one's F tier. I'm gonna be honest. I love it on the Wii, but this has come back in like every Mario Kart game since then, so it's a little overdone. Calamari Desert. Unlike Super Bell Subway, this is not as good of a train map, but it's still a pretty good map. Waluigi Pinball. That's an S tier one, especially on 200cc. This map gets so difficult on 200cc. I love it so much. Snowland. I forgot you existed, so that probably means I need to put you in D tier, but we'll just put you in below average because now I'm thinking about you. You're a very fun track. Mushroom Gorge is not as good as it is on the Wii. It's better, actually. I'm being honest there. That's right, I got you. You thought for a second I was going to leave it down there. No, it's better than it is on the Wii. You might hate that the mushrooms are bigger, right? I don't, because you get more consistency on being able to land on them. So that way if you mess it up, it's really your fault. Okay? Sky High Sunday. I'll play it. It's very fun on 200cc. That's really the only mode you can play this track on. If we're talking 150, it's down here. But I'm encompassing 200cc. Rock Mountain. Oh man, this is one of my favorite tracks. I love this so much. I played it on tour and I'm like, oh, this would be fun in deluxe or on an actual thing I could play because I didn't have a copy of 7. This track right here, so good. It's so good. Merry Mountain is a very good track. It's very good. Is it really just going up the mountain, coming back down? Yes, but the layout is very fun. You have the split path with the train that you can mess up. You have the lower path. I never go on the lower path, so it's hard to remember. You have the big trick jump at the middle, and then you have the sprint down that you guys can race towards that ski jump that appears on laps 2 and 3. Or only lap 3 if you're too fast on 200cc. That's right. I bet you didn't know that ramp doesn't appear sometimes if you're going too fast on 200cc. Blue Lake. It's an average map. And we're going to put it in B tier. It's average. It could be better, and it's mainly because I hate the switchback. I don't like the switchback. Maple Tree, wait, man, you're such a cozy map. Get up into S tier. I love you. You can stay right there. I love you. Peach Garden. Used to go into C tier. Below average. I prefer the original. People are right when they're talking about the bushes sizes being too low and the garden being too wide. 3DS Rainbow Road. You get to go into S tier. I love 3DS Rainbow Road's music so much. Definitely one of the better sectional tracks in the game. I don't know if that means I need to move Big Blue up. I don't think there's any other sectional tracks. I think 3DS Rainbow... Yeah, I think Big Blue goes up here. Yeah, if I'm thinking section tracks, yeah, that makes sense. Riverside Park. It's really underrated. It's a pretty underrated track. I'm gonna put it in A tier. It's one of the ones that I'm like, nah, it goes B tier. It's B tier. It's a very underrated track, though. It's good. It's better than you guys think it is. DK Summit. Oh man, we bias. You get to go up into S tier, and we're not gonna question that. Yoshi's Island. Oh man, what a good original track. I know it was made for tour, but it feels like this one was made for 8 first. This track is so fun, man. I love Yoshi's Island so much. The music's great too. DS Mario Circuit. You get to come up here. It is right. It is correct. This is one of the better Mario circuits. I don't hate having to play on this one. This is a very good circuit track. Stadium. You can go here. You can go here. in A tier. Waluigi Stadium. There you go. Daisy Cruiser. I love this track. It was going in S tier. I love this track so much. It's a very fun track. Moonview Highway. Oh man, that's my one probably Wii track from the Booster Course Pass that's going to be up here. I love Moonview Highway. It's one of my favorite tracks from Wii. Like, I'm being so honest. When it appeared in the trailer, I'm like, oh yeah, these are some pretty cool stuff. And then I heard the... I was like, no, they didn't do it. And then it shows the gameplay. It's like... And I'm like, what? They actually did it. Oh, that's so cool. I love Moonview Highway so much. One of the best traffic courses in the game. I really wish they had kept the cars going faster in the city, though. That's my only complaint. Squeaky Clean Sprint. Oh, man, you're so cool. Get up here into my favorites. I love this. No, you know what? You get to stay in S tier. Yoshi, you're moving up here. I love Squeaky Clean Sprint. Very fun track. It's a very fun track. Sunset Wilds is so disappointing. Wee Koopa Cape. I prefer this one to the original. And I'm going to get hate for that, but I do prefer it. I forgot Madrid Drive. How could I do that? Oh, come up here. Your music's so good. You definitely feel like a final city track. So sorry I forgot you. Rosalina's Ice World. Man, come up in here to S tier. You're so cool. I love you, Rosalina. That's why you're up here. Bowser Castle 3. You get to go into S tier. DK Mountain is going in A tier. It's very good. You know what? I need to move Daisy Circuit down. DK Mountain's good. I feel like I prefer Double Dash tracks when actually playing Double Dash, but I don't have a GameCube. Ooh, no wait, I have a Wii. I could get a copy of it. We're doing that. Wait, can the Wii U play it? Because then I could record it. I'll see if I can do that. Daisy Circuit, come on up into S tier. I love you so much. No, you know what? This one gets to come up here. I love Daisy Circuit so freaking much, man. This circuit track is so good. I can't explain why properly, but there is good reason as to why this is my favorite circuit track. It's so cozy, and I love the changes to it. It's so good. I love Daisy Circuit. Piranha Plant Cove. You're pretty good, man. You get to chill in S tier. And then to no one's surprise, the best Rainbow Road goes in my favorites. Yeah, this looks about right. Okay, let me double check. So here's my favorites and S tier. Here are A and B tier properly. And here are C, D, and F tier complete. Alright, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll have to take a double check on what the remaining vote was for March real quick. And then that's next month's tier list. So let's take a look real quick. Okay. Next month, we're going to be updating... Yeah, we're going to be updating the Fortnite Seasons and Chapters tier lists, because one will be about a month into Season 2, so we'll be able to put that on there. We'll be able to put Lawless on there. And I don't know if they'll include OG. I'm probably not going to include OG. But, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like. Comment what some of your favorite Mario Kart tracks are. Maybe top 4, so that way I can race them pretty easily. And... yeah, I will see you guys all next time. Bye!